So obviously we're going to create proportions.
Whoa.
But you have to know what a proportion is. So here's a little definition. A statement, so you're saying something that number two, ratios are equal. And we also might call that proportional. So you may hear the thing, are these ratios proportional? In other words, are these ratios equal? All right. For example, 1 over 2, or 1 to 2, is the same as 2 to 4. Or you could have said 3 to 6. Now, you would read that because it's a statement. It says it's a statement. So you would read this. You would say 1 to 2
is equal.
and you could say is equal. You could say is proportional. There's another way, and instead of the word is, that is said it is 1 to 2 as 2 is to 4. That's another way to read that. So you're comparing two ratios. Only two ratios. Okay? And most often you'll want to write them as like the fraction way. Okay? Because that helps us when we need to solve for them later. So another way to think about that is you have a table of ratios. So this table represents a number of people and how many pieces of pizzas you would need to fill them. Okay, so how many pieces will you need to fill? So if you have 3 people, you need 10 pieces of pizza. So if we just look at, we're only going to look at 2 ratios here. 3 to 10 as blank to 20. What do you think would be on the top there?
6.
Jake? 6. And Jake, you probably said, oh, that's because I did 10 times 2, so I got to do 3 times 2. So we're only looking at 2 sets at a time. So you don't have to draw these crazy brackets, but the next one you might want to look at is this one and this one. So we'll get rid of the middle bracket here. So 6 to 20 as 12 to 40. Because you did 6 times 2, so you do 20 times 2. So let me erase my lines here and you can look at what's next. So, all right, now you've got 5 on the bottom. What do you think, Jake?
You do 20 divided by 8 equals 5, and then you do 12 divided by 8.
You could say divide by 8 here, and then divide by 8, right?
Then what's 12
You could.
divided by 8?
Yeah, what's 12 divided by 8? That's hard, right? Well, let's try a different one. So Jake, that's probably fine. You could do that, you could grab a calculator and do that. But let's look at maybe taking this first one here, this 3 to 10, and using it with the blank to 5.
You can do that. Minus 5.
Because I'm only looking at 2, right? These are all, if the first one equals the second one, and the second one equals the third one, then the first one has to equal the third one, right? Because they're all equal to each other. So, how do you get from 10 to 5?
Minus 5.
We want to either multiply or divide.
Divide by 2.
So divide that by 2. So on the top here, you're going to divide by 2. Can you do 3 divided by 2?
In our calculator.
You could probably do that in your head too.
Wait, can you go backwards? 5
Half of 3?
times 2?
1.5.
Oh.
You can go backwards. 5 times 2 equals 10. 1.5 times 2 equals 3. So you don't have to do ones that are next to each other. Sometimes that just is easiest to do them next to each other. Oops, I just erased 1.5. I'll put that back in. Okay, so now we got 100 on the bottom. Which one would be good to use for the 100?
10.
10?
Or 20.
Or 20? Probably not the 40, right?
30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or
So which one do you use, 10 or 20? 20? Okay. So we're going to use this guy here. So 20 to 100 is times 5. So we're going to do times 5 here. We get 30. So again, does not matter which ones you use. Jake,
I have a question. Could you do number 10 and get a different answer on the top?
let's look. So Jake wants to, we'll leave the 30 there and check it. So Jake, you want to use the 3 and the 10?
Yeah.
So we'll use this guy. So 10 times 10, right?
10 times 10.
And does times 10 give you 30? So no matter which one you use, you're going to get the same answer. Okay? So you get to choose. Pick ones that are easy for you to use. So to 100, maybe 10 is easy for you because I know that's times 10. Maybe times 20, I don't really remember what that is, so I just want to use a different one. Okay? You could use the 40 if you wanted to, but that one's harder. Okay? So filling in a table. They'll be missing numbers. They have to give you at least one filled in top and bottom. Otherwise, you can't do the rest. Okay? So let's write a proportion from the table. So back up to the top, a proportion is a statement that two ratios are equal. So who can give me a proportion from our table? In the table meaning the people and pieces of pizza. Ethan, what do you think?
Wait, is it 3 and 10, like 3 over 10?
3 over 10. So that's one ratio. So we're not a proportion yet. A proportion is a statement that two ratios are equal. And 6 over 20. And they have to be equal, so we put an equal sign in there. So there's one proportion that we wrote.
Right, 3.
You have two ratios in a proportion, an equal sign between. Who can give me another proportion? Molly.
12/40 is equal to 30/100.
There's lots of them in here. We need one more, though, at least. Emery?
6 over 20 as 12 over 40.
Kendall, can you give me one more?
5 over 15 to
5 Where'd you get the 5 and the 15 from? You got to get them from our chart.
the 1.5.
Oh, were you looking at the 1.5 and the 5?
I don't know.
Okay. So you got to pick one of these columns.
3, 10, 5, and then 30 over 100.
Okay, so that is what we call writing proportions. So taking information, writing a proportion. If it says write 3 of them, you only have to write 3. We wrote 4. We're special. Okay. Looking at this assignment here on the bottom, we already did this part, the 6A review. That was what we did before our quiz. So you're just going to do that guy. So writing a proportion as with fractions or as in words here, 1 to 2 as 2 is to 4. And then either filling in a table or writing proportions from a table.